All right, this is the chat tournament 39 first round. We have on the left Akiyama, who is obviously one of our most decorated players, and on the right, some scrub who I guess we don't really need to talk about. So in this game, I missed the first few moves of the game, but it's pretty easy to piece together what happened. Reay played a starter in 9. Specifically, he has the 1875 and the 1785, so we tried to play a starter that those would have use against. Those could be used recapturing. And Akiyama captured immediately, saying, "You actually don't have that amazing recaptures, right? Either of the cards with a 5 facing out could potentially, and I think would be comboed to death by 8, 6, 5, 4, and 5. So you're kind of forced to recapture with 8, 2, 8, 2, which Reay did. On the other hand, 8, 2, 8, 2 is a card where Reay has a nice recapture from 3, and Akiyama does not have a capture from 3 at all. And I think this is pretty clearly a favorable position for Reay. I haven't checked with the solver or anything, but just looking at it now, having you know I set the thing to record and then I check in every few minutes so I don't like specifically look at it too much, but I thought this looked dangerous. I think Akiyama, for instance, you know, if he wants to grab, he doesn't have safety in 7. He does have safety in 3, but if he goes there, then Reay should maybe be able to go in 5, locking things in. I expected Akiyama to go in 3, though. I do remember that, because one critical component here is 5827 in 7, potentially as a combo on that card in 8. So if Akiyama goes in 3 and Reay wants to go in 5, trying to lock in 6 and 9, if he flips 8, then he gets hit pretty hard with a combo in return from 5827 and 7. And if he has to use a card like 3758 and 5, then I figured there was something. I'm not sure there actually is. 8654 and 4, maybe you can't play immediately, but having that in the air is really scary. So it seemed that's what I expected to happen. I expected something like 7528 and 3. And I don't know if I saw too much else. I kind of thought Akiyama doesn't have safety in 7, and he doesn't want to occupy it because he really does have tricks around 7 if Reay ever goes 5, because 3758 is the most unique card in Ray's hand. He'd really like to use one of the other two, but either of them in 5 flips 8, and that's really dangerous to do. So you kind of want to leave 7 open. I thought 3 is kind of a dead square for you, so maybe you just want to get rid of it. You don't really have a way to play in 5 that's comfortable. 3758 landing in 3 after will both lock in 6, and I think is automatically safe to your hand. Yeah, you can't set up a capture against that. And then if the right side of the board fills up, Ray won't be complaining that he has 1875 and 1785 left. They'll play pretty well in that endgame. So I thought 3, but I thought this was tricky. And what I really like about this game is Akiyama went very much off the beaten path. I suspect he concluded some similar things. I suspect he concluded, I don't want 7 to be occupied by me. I don't want 5 to be occupied by me. Didn't see setups in 2 and 4, but instead of concluding, I'm going to get rid of the square 3, he concluded, I'm going to play in 1. Interestingly, we picked the same card. And here, it feels to me like Reay should have a win. And watching it in the time I spent here, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. The first obvious thing to check is I think 3758 and 3. Take the safety. And what was the problem there? I feel like 8654 in 5 leaves you with nothing to do. No, you have the same. You have the same in 2. Because you have 2 potential sames in 2. Okay, it's not 5. We're solving this all anew. There's no ups, so maybe the instinct should just be to go in 2. So if 3758 and 3, maybe you just stick literally any of the cards in 2, but let's say 7385 and 2. And then if either card lands in 5, you just take it with bomb in 4 and they don't have the recapture. And if either card goes in 4, you're happy to go in 5. And if either card lands in 7, again, bomb in 4 works. Yeah, so that should be pretty comfortable. So 3 doesn't work. 3 doesn't work. You don't really have setups in 2. If you go in 5, we still have the problem that 7 is an annoying counter. Akiyama carefully made sure there wasn't some setup of going in 5 to set up covering 7. Um, that 1 didn't help Reay cover 7. Um, so yeah, tricky move. I couldn't find anything. I think I ended up where Reay went. If I remember right, Reay went in 7. But if there is a win here, maybe we can check with the solver after, but I didn't find it. Reay goes 7. And here, the problem is Ray's ones up are not good. So I was assuming what would happen here, or what could happen. Actually, I think I was being an idiot. Yeah, I think I was. I think I was assuming 5827 would land in 4 here, but Ray has kept 1875 and has the plus in 5, so that doesn't work at all. So if that's what I was thinking, that was real dumb. And 8654 and 4 would also make it 5-5, but 3758 captures to go up 6-4, and your only capture is 7-3-8-5 and 2, which I can capture back, so that doesn't hold. So actually, I was thinking this was an easy tie, but that's because I couldn't see the plus. This is not an easy tie at all, as it turns out. Yeah. If you don't have 4, it is not trivial how you tie here. Akiyama went in 3 and took a bit more time. If we look at the recording, Reay went, a little before the 7-minute mark, and Akiyama played his reply 2.5 minutes later. Now, for Akiyama, that's a long think. I suspect he was aware of what his possibilities would be, though, and unlike me, didn't forget about the plus rule. So we can go through the moves. If Reay goes 1875 and 2, he is currently ahead 6-4. He will go up 7-3, but he walks into a horrendous plus for him with 7-3-8-5 in 5. If he goes 3-7-5-8 and 2, he only captures the card in 1 to go up 7-3. And what's the best move there? If nothing else, 8-6-5-4 and 4 captures 1 and 7 back to make it 5-5 and isn't captured in return. So Akiyama has at least a tie there. If Reay goes 1-8-7-5 in 5, he still leads 6-4, but as long as Akiyama goes in 4 and captures the card in No. What am I saying? If 3758 and 5, then Akiyama goes in 2, capturing that, and there's no capture back. If 1875 in 5, then there follows. He pauses, trying to make time to think. Does that not work? Why doesn't that work? All right, we'll come back to that one. That's what I usually do when my brain isn't clicking on something is I calculate some other lines and then I come back and see if I see it anew. I'm missing something very obvious there, but we'll get back to it in a sec. 3758 and 4 walks into a huge plus for bomb in 5, but it is comboed back by 1875 and 2. On the other hand, 3758 in I just can't see anything right now. Yeah. So 3758 and 4 makes it 7-3. 8654 and 5 combos everything back, but 1875 and 2 combos things back, but it only combos the cards in 3, 5, 6, and 9. It does not flip back 1, which was flipped by the combo from Bomb, so that is a tie, and I think that's what ended up being played. And lastly, there's 1875 and 4, but that looks like Looks like 7, 3, 8, 5, and 5, capturing 2 things back, going up 6, 4, and 3, 7, 5, 8 only captures 1 thing. Yeah. Okay, but this leaves us with 1, 8, 7, 5, and 5. Why am I struggling here? Let's just go through the moves instead of trying to solve without talking. 1, 8, 7, 5, and 5. Reay leads 6, 4. If Akiyama goes in 2 and does not combo anything, the score will stay 5-5. He'll only capture the card in 5, and Reay has 2 card captures back at the end, so he'll win 7-3, right? So the only way that doesn't lose is if the card is comboed, and the card definitely isn't comboed, right? 7, 3, 8, 5, 7 plus 3 is 10, 5 plus 5 is 10, 8 plus 1 is 9. Man, gotta cut the excuses, but it's been a while since I've played much, so I'm substantially slower than I would like to be, but that's okay. So there's no plus there, so that would be a win for Reay. So Akiyama has to go in 4. 7, 3, 8, 5, and 4. Ah, that is a plus. Ah, it's a plus on the 2 and the 1. Right. So Akiyama actually, I totally missed this, has the threat of the plus and 4 in general. Um, if he had taken that last turn, 3, 7, 5, 8, 3, 7, 5, 8, and 5 combos back with a plus. But 7, 3, 8, 5, and 4 is a plus I completely didn't notice because I see low numbers and I think those can't be comboed. All right, okay, we figured it out. Sorry if noise happened as I moved my laptop slightly there. Um, yeah, so I think Akiyama does go, or Reay does go in 4, and Akiyama does find that he can play bomb in 5, comboing everything, and when he's comboed back, it's for a 5-5 tie. Okay, sorry about the horrendous calculation here. Interesting played game. I think I liked it from both players. I have no idea if there was actually a win in there. I'm going to pause and bring up the solver and check. My guess is no. I didn't see one then. I didn't see one now. Reay didn't see one. As far as I know, Akiyama didn't message going, "You idiot! Why'd you miss this?" So my guess is there was no win, but I'm curious to find out. And we're back with the solver. And really interestingly, in this position, there are only 3 ties, and one of them is my idea. One of them is Akiyama's idea. The other one is hard to tell because my thing's doing multiple things right now. Possibly it's this card here. Is that what you're telling me? That is what you're telling me. Huh, I didn't really consider this one. But I guess creating a threat in 3 is valuable. If I, take things, what's your move? This is going to be one of those lines that's harder to find. Okay, so I think the 2 clearer ways were 3 and 1, and Akiyama found one of them. And after Reay's move in 7, there's only 1 tie. Yeah, because I, for some reason, thought this, but it just walks into this huge plus. And so Akiyama found the only tying line. Yeah, really nicely defended by Akiyama, and a creative defense. Yeah, nicely played game, and I don't think Reay could have attacked it any better than he did. So, very well played game.